Okay, this is I believe an organic free-range chicken that I got from Whole Foods, about 3.5 pounds, like the recipe called for. I actually have a video where I show you how to cut up a chicken, but this recipe actually says to have the chicken with the skin on. And what I'm going to try to do is cheat here because I'm on a bit of a diet here. Okay, when you take the leg off, you feel for the joint, and then you cut right in there, and that's where you, there it is, it needs to go in that way. That's how you take the leg off. But I am going to take, it says to cut it into 8 pieces. Okay. I find the best kind of knife to use is this one here. It's actually, I don't know what kind of knife this is. I think it's a carver knife, but whatever it is, it works the best for cutting up a chicken. Yeah, it's a carver knife, I think. Okay. Here's what I plan on doing. Okay, for 8 pieces, I already made a video about how to cut up a chicken. Oops. So I suggest you go watch that. Let me get a strategy here. So 8 pieces. So this is okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th piece is going to be the breast. Then you're going to have 2 for the back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to be taking all this fat off. What I think I know how I'm going to handle this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to split the breast down the middle, and that'll be my 8 pieces. So that's my strategy. And I'm going to go ahead and take the skin off, except I'm going to leave it on the wings so that we can have enough skin flavor in there to make the recipe taste good. But so basically what you need to do is watch my video on how to cut up a chicken. And I'm just showing you, this is a chicken, an organic free-range chicken that I bought at Whole Foods. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it up as I said I would, and I'll show you when I'm done. Next time I make this, I think I'm just going to use, drumsticks and thighs. But here's what it looks like. One of the wings I cut the ends of the wings off like that because I'm trying to cut back on the fat content. I did manage to get some of the fat off of that wing. And yeah, if you want to see how I do this, just go to my video on how to cut up a chicken. Yep. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator and make this dish tomorrow, because today I was very busy and I did not have time. I don't think I have time to do this recipe today. Okay, I wanted to show you the ingredients before I get started. You already saw the chicken, so I'm going to be using extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, ground cloves, black pepper, onion. It said 1 large clove of garlic. I'm going to do those, just cut these 3 little ones and mince them. 8 fresh sage leaves. I already, well, you know what, I need more light here. I already rinsed them. I'm using up the rest of my Italian parsley. So yeah, that's 8 fresh sage leaves there. Okay. Here's a lemon, which I'm going to be getting the zest from that. A little carrot. That's actually from a free produce bag I got. And some Italian parsley, the last of it. I actually stored this, putting the stems down in water. This has lasted a long time, but I've thrown the rest away. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up that can of tomatoes and drain it and save the juice, because I will be using that for the recipe. So let me work on that. Okay, what I did is I opened the can of tomatoes over a colander, which was placed right over this, and then I squeezed down the tomatoes into it so that I had about 3/4 cup when I'm done. And then the liquid that fell into this I put over here. This is 2/3 cup from the canned tomatoes, which is what the recipe calls for. Oh, by the way, this is authentic Northern Italian cuisine. I've made this before, and it is absolutely delizioso, as those Italianos say. So yeah, I'm going to leave this here because I'm going to be transferring all the stuff I have over here to over here when I start cooking. And because I have to do some chopping, I don't want to risk spilling this. So I'm going to leave this right here for now. Okay, let's start preparing the ingredients. We have to mince the carrot. Oh, I need my grater. I've actually had this since the 1980s. This works best on carrots. This is kind of an old, I'll be working on that next. This has got to be minced. You know, I need a container to put this in. Yeah, hold on. Okay, let's work on preparing the carrots. Yeah, this is an old vegetable peeler that I have from a long time ago. You can see all the old Italian parsley that I had to throw out. Let's go ahead and get the peeler on this. This is a 1980s peeler. And I've got some Revere cookware from 1994, and I love it. And they just don't make cookware like they used to. So let's just go ahead and peel this. Look how this peeler works. Isn't it great? I bought another peeler that's better on potatoes, but this one is great on carrots. And then after that, then I'm going to cut the carrot and mince it. This is kind of an old carrot, so let's kind of get all the nasty parts out. It says small carrot. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and now work on mincing the carrot. All right, there we go. And I'll put it in. Yeah, let's take a little bit more off here. All right. Okay. I'm not going to show you the whole mincing. Most people know how to mince a carrot. Just kind of like go like this. Mince means to cut it up into teeny weeny little pieces, you know, kind of like this. Obviously, the purpose for doing that is because you want the carrot flavor to be really spread out throughout the sauce. So as you can see, it's going to look kind of like that. You see how small those pieces are? Let me show you. And then I'm going to even make it even smaller. But let's go ahead and do the preliminary step, kind of cut them into small pieces, and then I'm going to make them even smaller. Okay, that's not minced. That's kind of like chopped. So now let's work on the mincing. I cut it up really small. Now we're going to mince it. Here's how I do it. The reason you want to do this is because this is going to form part of a glazy sauce on the chicken. And, geez, Lizzo must be here trying to mess up my gourmet dish here. And you want to make it really small, so I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to kind of like cross over this way. So I'm just going to keep doing this, you get the drift, until it's really minced, okay? That is pretty good. See, that's pretty minced. Let's go ahead and put that in a separate container. The next thing I'm going to work on is 3 tablespoons minced Italian parsley. That's actually, I think I want to use all the parsley. I have a feeling when I mince this, it will come down to about 3 tablespoons. Maybe more, but I got to use all this up, so. Italian parsley has a nice flavor anyways. Let me go ahead and start do a gross chop, and then I'll do a fine-tuned chop just like I did with the carrots. That actually seems like a lot of parsley. I think I'm going to possibly not use it all. Let's work with what I have right here and mince that down and see if that gives me about 2 tablespoons. Here's what I'm doing. This would actually be perfect for one of those big, large like bamboo cutting boards, but I don't have one of them. That's okay. Here, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm kind of going like this. Okay, I'm just going to keep doing it until it's minced. I'm making a large pounding noise. Definitely going to get 3 tablespoons out of this. Okay, let me just keep doing it until it's minced to my satisfaction, eh? Okay, that's good enough for me. Let's see if we got about 3 tablespoons here. I think I got more than 3 tablespoons. I'm going to put it in here. 1, oops. I was right, I got more than enough. 2, 3. You know, I do have a lot of chicken. That'll be 4. I'm going to go ahead and go with 4. I have a lot of chicken, so I think it'll work. Besides, parsley's good for you, right? Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go with 4. So I've got to admit, when I made this recipe before, it was, yeah, but let me smell that. Actually, I think this will work. Yeah, we're going to leave it the way it is. But it's a good thing I kind of omitted this parsley. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Yeah, maybe put it on the side for decoration. Let me go ahead and wash this cutting board. Yeah, that'll work. Go ahead and wash this cutting board and now mince the garlic and the onion. The recipe says 1/2 medium onion minced. Is this a medium onion? That's kind of like a small onion. I think I can use the whole thing. But it does say 1 large clove minced. So let's work on that. Just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go and work on mincing the take that bad part out. Yeah. That's good. And then we'll go ahead and add this in. This is like the end of one of those big batches of garlic that you get in the grocery store, you know. And I stored it in a paper bag in a dark place, which causes it to last a long time, but still, I still need to, I'm trying so many different recipes that, you know, I end up throwing some stuff out because some of my ingredients sit too long in storage. All right, get the skins off. Seems the hardest part with mincing the garlic is taking off their skin. Once you get the skin off, it's pretty easy. Yes. Yeah, let's make sure I got all the skin off. You said you could get the kind in the ready jar. You think any authentic Italian cuisine is made that way? No, man. Those Italianos cook everything from scratch. I'm probably not as authentic as they are. You say, what got you into authentic Italian cuisine? Well, I had Franco Nero in my life for a while, and he's from northern Italy, and this was in 1990s, and I wanted to learn his cuisine, and that's what got me into it. And the food from northern Italy is very good, but I do not have time to make homemade pasta, okay? I used to. I even bought a pasta maker, but not anymore. I just get Barilla brand. They're good. Okay. And then you just kind of go like this, just like I did with the carrots. So we're going to mince it and get it down nice and small. That looks pretty good, huh? let's go ahead and put that over in a... Now I'm going to work on the onions. Yeah, I'm going to put a cover on this because you know what onions are like. Okay, we're going to work on mincing the onions. They said half of a medium onion. You said, that looks like a medium onion. Maybe you should go with half of it. It's kind of like a small onion, so I'm going to just do the whole thing. You say, oh, you're going to really onion yourself out? Yeah, well, you know. Medium onion's a little bit bigger than that, I think. This is like a small onion. So, okay, let's get the skin off. And then I'm going to put everything in here and cover it right away when I'm done. You know how that goes. Yeah, oh. You know what it's like to cut onions up. Yeah, let's get the skin off. No, when you're making authentic Italian cuisine, you can make just about everything from scratch. Yeah, you see, with Franco Nero being from northern Italy and being a bona fide Italiano, speaking fluent Italian, you say, how did you get Franco Nero in your life? Oh, that's a long story. When Laurie McBride was bad and I found out about her, I dumped Brent Spiner, okay? And I knew I couldn't go back to my husband at the time because I had grown as a person by then. So I decided to adopt Franco Nero if he was interested, and he was. You may say, he's with Vanessa Redgrave. Actually, I think I inspired him to do that. I really do. I think I inspired him to do that. I always praised her to him and told him what good taste he had to have Vanessa in his life. And then when I forgave Brent, because I learned that Laurie was a Vatican agent, which she was back then, I let Franco just do whatever he wanted to do. And he was a good man, and he was good to me in the 1990s when I was dealing with the fact that I thought Brent had betrayed me. When I figured out that she was a Vatican agent and that Brent never wanted Laurie back then, you know, then I figured out, then I forgave Brent with, yeah. And well, you know, it's all of that is in the story The Forbidden Abyss Part 1, if you want to read about it. But that's why I got into Italian cuisine. I got this from a book called The Splendid Table, and they have a lot of very complicated recipes in there, but I didn't, when I moved from Seattle, I could not afford to move all my cookbooks, and that one I bought for like $25 in a bookstore, and yeah, I decided not to buy it because the only recipe in there that I really wanted to continue making is this one. The rest of them are just too time consuming. I'm too busy. Like I said, Italians cook. Authentic Italian cuisine is like everything from scratch. You say, you make some stuff that's authentic Italian. I do make stuff like the pasta primavera, which is authentic Italian, but I'm taking some shortcuts, which most Italians wouldn't take. Okay? So, yeah, this one here, this recipe was so delicious. I bought the Splendid Table because it was recipes from northern Italy, because that's where Franco Nero is from. Okay, you get it? And so I wanted to honor him by learning how to cook the food where he grew up. Yeah, Vanessa Redgrave actually did the same thing. So let's go ahead and do the gross chop first, and then a minced chop. So yeah, kind of the same principle like I did with the carrots. Let's go through this really fast because you know how onions are. And I'm going to get this down to a nice mince. Yeah. Okay. And what I usually do with these is, as you can see, I'm cutting it kind of thin because I'm getting ready to mince it. And then I go like this. For mincing onions, it's usually better to do it kind of like this. Yeah. This usually works better. Just cut it thin and then go then turn it around and cut crosswise. So I'm going to be doing this for the whole onion. Oops, I got this. And then I'm going to stick it over there with the garlic and cover it so my eyes don't all water. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you see what I'm doing there? Okay. You know, I changed my mind. We are going to go with a half an onion because this looks like it's going to be about right. Yeah, I can tell. So what I'm going to do with this other half is I'm just going to dice it and freeze it and save it for another recipe. So let me go ahead and do that now. Yeah, so shredded zest of 1 large lemon. Yeah, this is not exactly a large lemon. I've seen the lemons in Italy and they are huge, but this is just going to have to do for now. And yeah, let me work on that. This is good enough for me. Looks like buying this grater was a good investment. Let's see. Let's get the rest of it out of here. Okay. I'll just keep it in here. This container comes in really handy when you're getting a zest. And now I'm just going to go ahead and get the juice from the lemon. And if that doesn't I need 6 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Yep. Yeah, whenever I cook, I use fresh lemon juice. Yeah. So let me go ahead and get the juice out of that with the, yep. The recipe calls for 5 to 6 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. I think I can get 5 or 6 tablespoons out of this. Let's, oh, goodness, get my knife. The brain control is off. I already washed the grater, and I put it in a separate area because Liza will guide my fingers to cut myself on the grater so I know where to dry it. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get all the juice out of this that I can. If worse comes to worse, I'll just go cut up another lemon and get more juice out of it. I don't think I'm going to get 5 tablespoons out of this, but you'd be amazed. I might be getting more out of it than I think. So, let me see, am I in the picture? Yeah. Where's my measuring spoon? Oh, I brought it over that way. I also have some fresh lemon juice in the freezer that I can use too. But I didn't bother to take it out because I presume that I can get 5 or 6 tablespoons out of this. I think I can. All right, let's check. Okay, let's check and see if I got it 5 or 6 tablespoons. One, 2, 3. 3.5. Okay, I know how to solve this problem. I'm just going to go thaw out some of the frozen lemon juice that I have that I put in the freezer. Okay, what I did is I just ran some hot water over this and kind of started melting it. I won't be needing this lemon juice till after the chicken is cooked. So by the time it's cooked, this will be totally thawed out. But I did run some warm water over it, and so it'll be good when I need it. And I have enough lemon juice right now for what I need. So let me go ahead and wash. I kind of wash as I go and get ready for the next steps. I've moved everything over to the kitchen area so I can have easy access towards them when I cook. So all the ingredients are prepared. And let me get the chicken that I did yesterday out of the refrigerator. I wanted to keep it in there cold because I knew that the preparation of the ingredients would take a while. So I wanted to make sure the chicken stays good. Yeah, let's get the chicken out of the refrigerator. Oh, here it is. I knew I had 3 of these. This is a whole chicken that I cut up yesterday. Okay, so I've got all the ingredients out now, so let's get ready to cook. I'm not following the recipe exactly because I took the skins off, so I can skip the rinsing and thoroughly drying the chicken pieces since I took the skins off. But if you want to cook it with the skins, which would probably taste better, but I'm on a bit of a diet, you can, you see, I took the skins off. So, okay. Heat the oil in a heavy 12-inch pan over medium heat. That's 3 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil. Okay, you might say you're on a diet, you're going to use the whole 3 tablespoons. Let's take a look at it here. Medium heat, that's about right there. There's 1. Yeah, I think I better. Besides, I end up draining some of the oil anyway. Yeah, I might go with 2.5. There, that's good. That's almost 3. This is extra virgin olive oil. So, yeah. Put this over here. Yeah. Okay. So we heat the oil in a heavy 12-inch saute pan. This will work. This is my cast iron skillet. Okay. Over medium heat. I might use a combo here. Yeah, I'll use this and this. Get my cooking utensils out. Slip in the chicken pieces skin side down. I'm not going to worry about that. Arranging them so they do not touch. Let's I'm going to use this to kind of spread the oil around. Okay. Italian cooking is kind of challenging in a small kitchen. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay. Okay. It's because they have so many ingredients. Let's let it heat up a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Slip the chicken pieces skin side down, arranging them so they do not touch. Brown over medium heat or lower, adjusting the heat so the chicken colors slowly, taking about 15 minutes to reach a rich amber color. You see, you got a neck in here? Yeah. This was a whole chicken, you know. Skin side down. That'll be like this. There's a breast. Let's get some more. Yeah, I wash dishes as I go so I don't have a big pile to worry about. Okay, I decided to leave, I figured with the wing in there, having chicken skin on there, that'll give me enough chicken skin flavor. This is breast. Okay. That is skin side down. Yeah, that'll work. Get one more in there. This is a whole chicken. It has to be it's a small chicken. I got this chicken at Whole Foods. This is organic, free range. The recipe said that if you can, use organic, free range, and that's what this is. There's a little bit of oil on this chicken. I mean, a little bit of skin on this chicken, so there'll be enough there for flavor. I'm wondering if I'm wasting my time doing the neck, but yeah, we'll throw that in there. Okay. Usually when I use a whole chicken, I'm making chicken stock. But for this one, I'm doing an authentic Italian recipe. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is brown over medium heat or lower, adjusting the heat so the chicken colors slowly. I'm going to put it down to 4 here. Adjusting the heat so the chicken colors slowly. So I'm going to kind of swish the chicken around, and yeah, this was a chicken I cut up yesterday. I didn't have time to work on this recipe today. Italian cooking is very time consuming, let me tell you. But this is going to be really good. I've made this before. And this is a 12-inch skillet. So I'll be doing this for about 15 minutes until the chicken is a rich amber color. I forgot to mention something. This is the time when you want to sprinkle in a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay? The Italians use freshly ground pepper, but it's okay. I'm just gonna, like I said, it's pretty close to authentic Italian. So we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle in some salt here. This is good enough for me. And some pepper. So I'll be doing that while it's browning. And when I turn it, I'll be sprinkling in some more salt and pepper on the other side, okay? So I'll be doing this while it's browning, so it's going to be about 15 minutes. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Browning nicely. Okay. Actually, they said cut it into 8 pieces. Oh, this will work. Might have been easier if I separated the leg from the thigh, but that's okay. This will work. This will work. It will work. It'll still be good. Maybe I could have left the neck out. So yeah, you're gonna eat this with the neck? Well, the neck was part of the whole bird, you know. Okay, this is chicken breast, okay? I bet this. All right, let's go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more salt and pepper on this. That's good. I have ingredients from everywhere. I get my food from all over the place. Okay, this is Publix. So the chicken's from Whole Foods. The lemon, I can't remember where I got it from. It might have been Walmart, but okay. So let's just go ahead and we'll be kind of swishing this around until the chicken is a rich golden amber color. Yeah, let's put. You want the heat to be like medium to medium low. Now the recipe is telling me to pour off all but 2 tablespoons of the fat. And I can understand why they say that, because if you're cooking the chicken with the skin, you're going to have a lot of fat. But since I'm not cooking with the skin, I probably can leave all the fat in there. I'll see when I'm done, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Now an Italian would probably have this with a salad and pasta. But I'm going to kind of like have this with probably Asian rice and a salad. Though I will have a salad, but my salad's going to be ginger makoto dressing. You know, I don't have to do it completely Italiano. I just happen to love this dish. If I want to combine Japanese with Italian in my dinner, I can, help myself. Okay, it's starting to get there. One thing I goofed on, which you all don't want to do, is you want to store the garlic separate from the onions, because Italians are fanatics about not burning their garlic. So they always throw that in at the end. And I kind of separated it, so I think I can still wing it, and I'm not going to ruin the recipe. But it would be better if the garlic was like, you know what? I think I can still move the garlic to a separate container. Let me go ahead and do that. It's pretty much done. It's been about 15 minutes. The chicken's going to be cooking some more later, so it's kind of like the amber color. So let's go ahead and remove it so that I can create the glaze. Let's go ahead and remove it and put it in here. I'm not going to be removing any of the oil simply because I've removed the skin from the chicken, so I need some of the oil to have a proper glaze, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So I'm moving all this out of here as I work on the glaze next. Yeah, there's a neck in there. Yeah, okay. Don't be difficult. I could swear Lizzo's in this pan. All right. You know I know how to handle this. She is so obsessed with me. She's probably using some sort of satellite on me. Okay, we'll throw that in there. Okay. All right. Set the pan, saute the carrot. The heat's at medium. Carrot. Onion. As you can see, I'm going to need that oil for, and I only use about 2.5 tablespoons of oil, so it's perfect. Onion, parsley. Let me see, I don't think I'm using all the parsley. Let me take a look at this. Parsley and sage, 8 minutes until the onions turn. Okay, the sage. Okay, I think this recipe is a little faulty. I'm going to go ahead and fix it. It's saying 3 tablespoons minced Italian parsley. Then it says sprinkle with the parsley and serve. Okay, I know the sage goes in next, so we'll go ahead and throw that in there. It's been a while since I made this. Well, I actually cooked extra, I cut up extra parsley. 2 tablespoons. Let's throw in about 2 tablespoons of the parsley and save a little bit for later. Yeah, I think, let's just throw in about this much. Like this. Yeah, and then we'll sprinkle the rest on later. Yeah, that's about like that. Yep, okay. I'll fix the recipe when I put it on my website. Okay, so we've got all that in there, and we're going to saute this combination for 8 minutes or until the onion starts to color. Let's lower the heat. It's a little bit hot. I'm going to take some of this scraping off at the bottom here. Until the onion starts to color. I can see why they leave the skin on, because I think the chicken skin gives it a nice flavor, but I think it'll still be good. Yeah. You want the onions to be a golden color. Let's put this way. Yeah. Okay. So we will be doing this for about 8 minutes, or until the onion starts to turn golden. Okay, once the onion starts to color, then we're going to stir in the lemon zest. It looks like it's starting to color. I said about 8 minutes. I lowered the heat just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I remember this recipe. It is so good. Yeah. I'll take the scrapings off. I think that's pretty good right there. Let me go ahead and put in the lemon zest. Okay. Okay, we're going to continue sauteing, stirring off in about 3 minutes or until the onion is deep gold. Okay. Put the heat up just a bit. You want to, they're right, about medium is the right a setting. You don't want to burn it. You just want the onions to turn deep gold, so you got to keep stirring here. Smells really good. Smells good. Yeah, this is definitely authentic Italian cuisine. It's taken from the cookbook called The Splendid Table, which is recipes from Emilia-Romagna, which is northern Italy. That's because Franco Nero was from Parma, which is in Emilia-Romagna. That's the northern region of Italy. Yeah. Okay. I deliberately chose a cookbook that had recipes from his region. So, and this happened to be one recipe I decided to keep even when I reinstated Brent into my life. Okay, that's about 3 minutes. Okay, or until the onion is deep gold. Take care not to burn the brown glaze on the bottom of the pan. Okay. Yeah, that's the reason, so you gotta keep. A little bit long. Let's put the heat up just a bit. Let's kind of spread it out here. Probably am swishing it too much. That's good enough. We're good. Okay, let's go on to the next step. Okay. Blend in the garlic. Use the garlic. There's a little bit of onion in here because I goofed. But it'll still work. Cloves, a pinch of ground cloves. By the way, those cloves do not do well. That's good. All right. Pinch of ground cloves. Tomatoes. go. And the water or the tomato juice. Yeah, I already had it pre-measured. 2/3 of a cup. Okay. Scraping up the glaze. Okay, so let's go ahead and scrape up the glaze. That's why I like using a little bit of the spatula here. Okay, that's good. Okay, the next step is, let's make sure it's mixed really good though. I want to make sure I'm mixing all the ingredients well, because I know what's going to happen next. This is all going to kind of like marinate the chicken while it's cooking. And believe me, this is really good. Okay, this is pretty good here. Okay. All right. Add the chicken and 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice. Let me see if the chicken is, yeah, chicken. Actually, it's still a little hot, so I'm going to pull it out with my spoon here. Still a little bit hot. There we go. Okay. Here's the chicken. And now we're going to put in some lemon juice. Okay, so we add the chicken and 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice. Okay. Bring to a gentle bubble and cover the pan. Let me just kind of swish it around a little bit too. It's already at a gentle bubble. Yeah. Got stuck in there. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to move you over. Yeah, covering the pan is going to help the marinade to kind of get into the chicken while it cooks. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. Okay. All right, so cook 15 minutes. Okay, so we'll cook it for 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes is up. Let's uncover. I got some dishes washed, but you make a lot of dishes when you do Italian cooking, let me tell you. Let me use a pot holder. Uncover. Let me put this over here. Okay, we're going to cook for 10 more minutes. I got to turn the pieces over. Turn the chicken pieces to moisten them. So let's put this right over here. turn the chicken pieces to moisten them. Actually, yeah, okay. I'm going to lower the temperature down to 2. I already had it down to 3. Because when I cover this pan, it gets really hot. Okay, turn the chicken pieces to moisten them. And got the wing here. Alright. Okay. Uncover and cook about 10 minutes. The sauce should thicken and cling to the chicken. So I'm going to be doing that until the sauce thickens and clings to the chicken. I'm going to give you the recipe as I got it from the Splendid Table. They're really picky. They say have a platter warmed in a low oven. Sprinkle the remaining 3 to 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle the remaining 3 to 4 tablespoons of lemon juice over the chicken. Let me see if the sauce is thickened. Yeah, this is pretty good. Oops. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sauce should thicken and cling to the chicken. Yeah, this is good. Let's go ahead and sprinkle the, this would be really delicious with pasta. But I'm going to eat it kind of Asian style. You know what? Yeah, this is good. Let me go ahead and put in the, let me see. Sprinkle the remaining 3 to 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. Lemon really makes this dish, so you don't want to skimp on that. There's about, let's put a little bit more in there. Throw in some more. There we go. Okay. Taste for salt and pepper. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just leave it like this. And if it needs more salt and pepper, I'll add that in when I'm eating it, okay? So we're not going to worry about that step. So I'm going to give you the recipe as I got it from the Splendid Table. Sprinkle with parsley and serve. Let's go ahead and throw this in here. The recipe doesn't say to, you say maybe you could use that parsley that you had. Now this is good. So I already put that other parsley back in the refrigerator. I might end up throwing it out if I don't come up with a recipe where I use it, you know. Boy, did I make a ton of dishes for this. That looks really delicious, I'm going to tell you. Let's turn the heat off. Turn the heat off. Okay. I'm going to move this over here. Okay. This is authentic Italiano, folks. Except they're really picky. I mean, like the warm platter and all that. I'm not that picky, so you can easily reheat this, and it'll be delicious. So, yeah, this is good. Okay, I'm going to let it cool, and then I will let you know. I'm sure it's going to... You know what? I need to take a good picture of this. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I always take a picture of my finished product here. Okay, this is good. Let's get a good picture of this. My masterpiece. Haha. I worked hard on this. Authentic Italian cuisine is a lot of work, folks. I can tell you, but the food is so good. Okay, let's get a good picture of that. Doesn't that look good? There it is.